Hey Scorpio, I'm going to be doing your yearly 2019 reading, and I'm going to be doing a 12 card spread. 12 cards for 12 months, each card for each month for the whole year for 2019 for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And before we start, I'm going to do an energy clearing. Alright, so let's begin. I'm also going to do one card for the center to wrap up the year for the lesson of the year. And I'll be using the Spirit Song Tarot, which works through animals. Alright, Scorpio, let's see what's coming through for you. Alright, I'll shuffle this other deck for the last card and for the center lesson. Okay. Well, let's begin. So, for the first month in January of 2018, we have Solitude. 9 in numerology is also the number of completion. So definitely seems like you're coming into the new year. You've completed a lot of work already, and it's time to wrap things up so then you can make space for the next things you're going to be creating. This is also going to be showing it's time for you to get some solitude and some alone time to really go over all the details, research everything from maybe everything that you've had to do this past year of 2018. So then you can be prepared for what work you're going to have to do for this year in 2018, and to really take the time to study things over so you can spark up your knowledge and really grasp how you're going to move forward in the next following months. So really just remember it's important to get that alone time in. And also in the tarot, this would be the Hermit. And then in February, we have Fulfillment of Wishes. So the green is for the emotional realm, and this guy, he basically works like the genie. Whatever, wishes and, maybe you have it that you have for this year, maybe you have a New Year's resolution of how you want the year to turn out, and you're hoping and wishing that, what you have in mind will manifest this year. And if you stay focused on what you want, like the genie, he will grant your wishes and they will be fulfilled. But you just have to stay focused and believe in your heart that whatever you're really yearning for to have, it will manifest in your life, and your wish will be granted, or wishes will be granted. But you also have to put in that right work to create those manifestations to take place, okay? So just believe and you shall receive. And then in March, we have Patience and Planning. And the red is the material realm. So yeah, maybe you have some big projects ahead of you in the career realm, and it's taking a lot of time and investment, and it's kind of like building blocks, you're kind of going block by block, but you kind of have to be patient before you can reach the top, right? Because if you're trying to be successful in your life, especially maybe trying to make more money this year, and you're dedicating yourself to living a more prosperous life. But in order to reach that point, you kind of have to be patient with how long the work is going to take before you reach the end point, right? So this is just letting you know that, make sure you prep your planning accordingly, that makes sense, that's balanced in the work, and that you just allow yourself the patience and how long that time it's going to take to evolve. And then in April, we have temptation. In the tarot, this would be the devil. So, it can be very tempting to get distracted and lose focus when, you're doing so much work. Maybe there's people in your life that are like, oh, like, let's go party and let's go have fun and drink and, maybe play with drugs and do substance abuse. It could be a lot of different things. But, especially if there's people in your life or situations that are trying to pull you and tempt you and distract you into more of a, into bad habits that are not going to help you stay focused and grounded in what you're doing, then that's just going to really, make you backtrack. And it's honestly, you're not going to be able to get your life fully together if you're allowing these temptations and these bad habits to really take over, the situation and how, you're basically going about your life. Because for some people, if it is partying and having fun and not doing the work and focusing on the work, and you're just, you're spending more time with friends doing things that are, that are not to your benefit and to your health, then that can just waste your time in areas where your time and dedication could be going towards something more meaningful. And if it's not that, if it's not, if it doesn't have to do with drugs or partying or anything along those lines, it could also just be it could be just how you've treated your life in the past. Maybe you're tempted to fall back into those same patterns about how you're going to create your life in ways that haven't helped you move forward. And sometimes every time when you're trying to make a positive change, the universe likes to test you and kind of throw you these challenges to see if you're really serious about making those changes. So, when you see that come up, just be aware and let yourself know, okay, I really want to make positive changes this year. I don't want to fall back into the same old patterns I've been doing before that haven't gotten me anywhere. Because if I want to make a successful year this year, I cannot fall vulnerable to those traps. So just be mindful of that. And then in May, we have sacral chakra. So, this is basically showing, spark up your creativity. Maybe also it's time to drive your body up. Whether, Scorpios, you guys can be pretty sexual, some of you. And, this does relate to the sexual realm. So maybe if you're in a relationship, it's time to kind of play and explore sexual areas that are very creative and get you guys stimulated. And it could also be if you're single, it's just time to really dive into your creativity and explore your body and maybe, try some things out, some hobbies, maybe dancing or moving or yoga. Yoga definitely does help balance this chakra if this chakra is out of balance, but it's definitely for your benefit to be in your creativity. If you're trying to create something in your life that's going to bring you excitement, then this is a chakra that's very important to balance, so you can be aware in how you're going to be, how you're going to channel your creativity. And then in June, we have spiritual union. So, yeah, maybe if you're coupled or you're single and you are looking for a relationship, you might find the partner you've been seeking, and now it's time to really come together and settle with them and start this serious relationship with them, because maybe they're your soulmate or they're your twin flame, they're your mirror. These two people right here, they are the same, they think the same, they're connected, they're one, and they share this connection forever. There's the infinity sign, so it's they've always shared this bond for eons. So, maybe you are connecting with someone on a soul level, even if it's not romantically. You could be connecting with one or multiple people on a soul level this year, where you feel like you guys are in sync and you can reach the same understanding and you're on the same page and you have the same intentions and you're helping each other emotionally get to where you want to go this year. And that could even be like family or friendships besides just romance. So yeah, to just be, allow this love to work its way in, and for these people or one person to be in your life, so then, you guys can be in harmony together and put in that love to create something bright for your future. And then in July, we have spiritual strength. So, yeah, you're coming into your power and your strength this year. You're moving past, like, some sticky situations you may have went through in the past, and now you're ready to be, like a warrior. Like, you're ready to take on the world. You're ready to show people what you're made of, and that, you cannot be conquered. You are a soul to be reckoned with. And, when you're trying to get through a year in a way that's positive, the best way to do that is to be in your strength, right? But to also like focus on your positive qualities and emanating that more, because the more you do that, the more creating this year the way you seek it will be a lot easier. So definitely a good thing to take in. And then in August, we have deception and envy. So, this is also the mind, the intellectual realm. This card can signify multiple things. It could signify there is a person or multiple people in your life who are deceiving you and wearing a mask. They're not who they appear to be, and they could be using you for whatever reasons they have in their own agenda. And to just be aware that not everybody has your best interest, and you have to be careful of who you surround yourself with, especially if it's friends that are toxic for you, that are not helping you move forward, that are trying to distract you or get what they want from you. You gotta like watch out for those people and make space from those kind of people. But you could also be like deceiving yourself. Maybe there's something you're in denial of where you're at right now. Maybe there's something like you haven't been able to sit with yourself in an intellectual realm with your thoughts. Maybe you think things in a certain way that are not matching like your real character, and maybe you're like, you could be using other people and deceiving them for your own benefit. It can be vice versa. But whichever it is, honestly, you have to sit with it and be honest with yourself and know that, things can't always be in the dark. Eventually the light will be shed on it and the truth will come out. So, just to be careful and be cautious, because being two-faced doesn't really get you far. Eventually it kind of gives you or whoever a very bad reputation. So yeah, just watch out for that. In September we have power, and there's the lion. And in the tarot, this would be the strength card, which is also symbolized with the lion. So, it seems like you're going to reach a point where you're going to reconnect with your power. You're going to be in your strength, and you're going to find this like inner well of wisdom within yourself that's going to show you the way. I think after you've reached all these like huge lessons, it's going to teach you how important it is to reconnect within yourself and really be back in your center, so you can kind of have like that balance within yourself, so things don't have to feel like it's a power struggle. Like life with your relations and within yourself should never have to feel like a power struggle. It should always feel like it's harmonious in the way that it feels between you and it, if that makes sense. Because I don't know, like if you're dealing with difficult, sticky situations, the only way to get through those situations is to be in your power. Be courageous like a lion, like have the heart of a lion, and be in that courageous way of thinking where you can push past these like really toxic situations, you know you can rise above them, and you know you can, you know, move forward from them. So that's just definitely a really good reminder, and to never forget, like, you always have that power and strength within you no matter where you're at in your life. And then in October, we have obstacles and challenges. You know, so maybe there's going to be some situations that are going to be pretty challenging coming up in the fall. But to not worry, I mean, you've been tested before, right, in the past. So this is just going to be another stepping stone of tests that you're going to have to go through to get to where you want to be, right? And once you learn to master these challenges and obstacles, then you're going to be just soaring through like all these stages, and next thing you know, you're going to reach that final stage and you'll be where you want to be. But you have to be willing to take those steps to work your way through, you know, some of these loopholes. And as long as you're aware of when these situations come up, and you take the time to really dissect, you know, the information that's coming up and how you're going to work through these obstacles, then, you know, you'll be able to get on the right track. You just have to be careful of how you take your step, right? Because you see this guy, he's on the edge. If he's not watching where he's walking, he's going to fall. So just like pay attention to the signs, and when you do, you'll find the answers within yourself and around you that'll show you the way and how to get around it. And then in November, we have third eye chakra. So yeah, keywords, I see. You see these things coming up. You see these red flags. You see these little, you know, these little lessons here and there that kind of are just like little notes, like, oh, here's one. Oh, here's another one. Okay, like, I see now, like, this is all piecing together. This makes sense now, like. So, you know, you're gonna like reach an inner awakening of awareness where you're like, okay, like I finally understand now, like why I was like dealing with some of these challenges and some of these like really confusing situations, because it was all just part of this whole lesson, and how I had to like go through some of this soul work to be able to grow out of it and be in my power and strength and rise above, so I can create what I really want to create. But in order to do that, it's kind of like a raising of your energy. And again, like if you're really trying to balance this chakra, working on yoga, meditation, breath work, that's all very helpful in helping activate this chakra. So, and then to wrap up the year in December, we have base chakra, which is the root chakra. So yeah, I mean, I think you're gonna find security within yourself, and you're gonna be practical about, you know, how you're gonna move forward with your life after having to go through all these tests. And, you know, you're probably gonna end up very successful in the material realm after, like, you know, having to deal with some obstacles to then balance out and smooth out some rough edges to then be in your power and create what you're ideally wanting. So, you know, it seems like you're going to reach that point and you're going to be on stable ground that won't feel so shaky anymore, and you'll find that solid foundation for yourself. And to then get to the center lesson of the year, we do have the world, fulfillment and celebration. And I'm going to read this card to you. Oh, excuse me. I'll read this one to you. There's a whale. Let's see. The guardian of the cosmos, Whale's awareness of the world around her provides her with a deeper connection to all that is. In reaching her destination, she dives into the portal of new potential. She is here to call to mind that life is a continuous process of becoming. You've worked hard and are nearing the finish line. Everything is successfully coming together. Celebrate your achievements. Your consciousness is moving toward higher levels. The insight you've acquired has empowered you with a deeper connection to the energies around and within you. Keywords: fulfillment, celebration, freedom, completion, growth, goals, and achieved. And yeah, I mean, that just wraps it up right there. Like I said, you're building those blocks, you're raising your energy, you're becoming aware of the shifts, the changes, and what obstacles you have to work through, and you know, what things you have to really sit with within yourself. And once you do, then you're gonna really go through some big growth phases, and it's really gonna help you get to where you want to go and being successful in your goals. So overall, Scorpio, I think there is a lot of work ahead of you, but it's all going to be worth it, and all the lessons are going to give you some really inspiring and wise insights, and it's all going to be for your better. So I hope this was a very helpful reading, and if you want to do a one-on-one reading with me, you can go to the description link box below, and you can go to my Instagram, Mystic Yasmin, and you can send me a message. So I hope you guys enjoy this new year and have a beautiful day.